The Steelers decided they didn't need RB Najee Harris, but Chargers OC Greg Roman sounds like can't live without him. The veteran playcaller spoke to the media recently and had glowing praise for his new running back. Having observed him previously in the AFC North, he is happy to be the one designing plays for him now. "I'm kind of blown away," Roman said of Harris via the Chargers YouTube channel. "Just his positive energy he brings, and then watching him move on the field. His suddenness for a guy that big to be able to get in and out of things as quick as he does. I've watched him from afar and been like, man, he's a darn good player. But seeing him up close and personal and getting to know him, really excited to have him. He's been kind of blowing me away in every sense." The Steelers selected Najee Harris in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft, and he found moderate success in Pittsburgh. While he rushed for at least 1,000 yards each season, his game typically lacked efficiency and explosiveness. Even with 17 explosive runs since 2023, he only had 2 of 30-plus yards with a long of 36. Now it's up to the Chargers and Greg Roman to figure out how to get more out of Najee Harris. Even the contract they signed him to, though, indicates uncertainty in that regard. On just a one-year term, he can earn up to $9.25 million, or as little as $5.25. That's based on incentives, and if he were to hit none, he would earn less than the Steelers are paying for Jaylen Warren. Over 4 years, Najee Harris rushed for 4,312 yards in a Steelers uniform with 28 rushing touchdowns. He also recorded 1,149 receiving yards, with 6 more touchdowns. In 2024, he recorded just 6 total touchdowns, however. For his career, he averages 3.9 yards per carry. Although Harris possesses some inviting traits, including some short area quickness that Chargers OC Greg Roman mentions, he never had long speed. He might be able to work his way to the second level, but rarely further. It is possible that the Chargers can build a stronger rushing offense in which Harris can thrive, however. As a team, they had some progress last year, though they still have some work to do. The contract they signed Harris to obviously indicates they're not sold on him but are intrigued enough to give him a look. Early signs for him, however, are obviously good. It's never a bad thing to earn glowing praise, even if your offensive coordinator has to say nice things about you. Even when the Chargers first signed Najee Harris, however, many Steelers fans agreed that he fit there. So far he is, and given his style, that certainly won't change with pads on in training camp. The Steelers will host Najee Harris and the Chargers in prime time on Sunday, November 9th in Week 10. We'll see how much he has impressed Greg Roman by then. He's worked with him for just a few short weeks through rookie minicamp, organized team activities, and last week's 3-day mandatory minicamp. But in that short time, Pittsburgh Steelers rookie first-round pick Derek Harmon already believes he's working under a great coach in DL coach Carl Dunbar. Speaking to reporters last week during minicamp, Harmon praised his new position coach, crediting Dunbar for having a drill for every position on the field and focusing on all the little details each and every day. Dunbar is helping the defensive line make incremental improvements under his watch. Just in a short time, you could tell he's a great coach, Harmon said of Dunbar. According to video via Steelers Live on X, he's a guy that's on the little details 24/7. He's worried about the little details. He has a drill for every position on the field, whatever position we get in for any of our defenses. He has a drill for now. That's what I really love about working with Coach Dunbar. During his time in college at both Michigan State and Oregon, Harmon worked with a number of different defensive line coaches. That included Marco Coleman in 2022, Dyron Reynolds in 2023 at Michigan State, and Tony Tuioti at Oregon. He had his breakout season under Tuioti at Oregon, putting the whole package together as a run defender and pass rusher. He now steps into a good situation in Pittsburgh, where Dunbar is well established, highly regarded, and has a great resume throughout his time around the game of football. Dunbar came to Pittsburgh from the University of Alabama, where he coached a number of first-round picks during his time in the SEC. Since coming to Pittsburgh ahead of the 2018 season, Dunbar's defensive lines have had some ups and downs. When the trio of Cameron Hayward, Javon Hargrave, and Stephon Tuitt was healthy and on the field together, they were dominant. Dunbar looked like one of the best defensive line coaches in the league. But in recent years, with the Steelers not really investing in the defensive line, the group has struggled. Things have changed in the past few years, though, as the Steelers have invested heavily in the position group with the recent selections of Harmon and Yehia Black in the 2025 NFL Draft, as well as Keanu Benton in the 2023 NFL Draft. Hayward continues to play at an elite level, too, which Harmon is getting an up-close and personal crash course on. While the talent is immense with Harmon coming out of college, he needs to be pushed and coached hard in the NFL. Dunbar is going to do that. He's a coach who holds people accountable and demands a certain standard in the NFL, especially from the details aspect. That's a great type of coach for Harmon to learn from right away in the NFL. Despite trading for DK Metcalf this offseason, the Pittsburgh Steelers are still in dire need of a true WR2 and could target wide receiver Nelson Agholor. Cody Benjamin of CBS Sports believes the Steelers will sign another weapon for Aaron Rodgers' offense before the preseason starts. He put together a list of available free agents, and interestingly, Agholor is one of the top candidates to fill the hole for the receiver depth chart. While they need a solid WR2, it's easy to see why Agholor could be a fit for the Steelers' offense, since he'll be a low-risk, mild-reward type of deal. He's not going to be the long-term insurance for the Steelers, but he could be a solid pass catcher behind at least Roman Wilson and Calvin Austin. There are a lot of rumors that Austin might be the WR2 for the Steelers, and maybe they might not need a wide receiver, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Agholor isn't the same prime-time wideout anymore, and he isn't going to change a roster's pass game drastically. However, he does provide some type of threat down the stretch, and his versatility could be of value. Originally selected in the first round of the 2015 NFL Draft, the former Super Bowl champion could be enough to earn a one-year contract to help stabilize the receiver group that consists of Robert Woods, Scotty Miller, Austin, and Wilson. More weapons for Herbert. While the Los Angeles Chargers are looking for a difference maker in this improving wide receiver unit, they wouldn't lose anything if they sign Agholor. Between Quentin Johnston, Mike Williams, and Trey Harris, 2024 draft pick Ladd McConkey is the only set of reliable hands in this roster after having an impressive rookie season. He shows a lot of promise, but the biggest question will be whether he can replicate that into this upcoming campaign. Harris is untested and Williams is washed up, so Herbert needs some type of new life, and it wouldn't hurt to stack up one more weapon to enhance the pass game. Even though Johnston is still entering the third year of his NFL career, the clock will likely be ticking for him to make an impact. Despite signing Tyler Conklin to salvage the aerial attack, they need to add some power to the receiver unit, too. Agholor won't be a dynamic player for Jim Harbaugh's offense, but he should provide some insurance and be another body for Herbert to continue throwing it down the field. Bolstering New Orleans. Meanwhile, just because the Saints have an inadequate quarterback room, it doesn't mean they can't keep upgrading the receiver department. General manager Mickey Loomis refuses to rebuild, so this means the team signing Agholor to a potential deal makes sense. This is why they got Brandon Cooks back this offseason. They want to stack veterans in the back end of the depth chart to help Tyler Shaw or Spencer Rattler have experienced playmakers. This isn't to say they'll take the jobs of Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave, but Agholor could be a solid WR4 behind Cooks to be a capable slot receiver.